Hi everyone, and welcome to a place called Newborough Beach here in Wales. This is probably one of my favourite beaches that I've come across, actually, and well, it's been a while since I've been here. I want to come back in the summer, probably early summer, to get some sunrise shots, so I thought it was best I came and re-familiarise myself before I did that. Otherwise I'd just be wandering around in the dark trying to find my bearings. So yeah, that's what today's all about, a bit of scouting. Now, if you watched my last video, I think it'll have been my last video, it depends if it was any good or not. Basically I was asking about, you know, what I should be talking about in these videos where I'm just sort of ambling around with my camera, because I don't really know, I end up just talking nonsense. If you left comments or suggestions on what I should be talking about, please don't get disheartened if I don't sort of follow those or allude to those today. It's just because I don't know what they are yet, because I've not uploaded that video yet. I hope that makes sense, but yeah, scouting. No idea what I'm going to record in this video. I just thought I'd press record, start talking and see what happens. As you can probably tell, the light is very good for my mood. It's not so good for photography today. It doesn't particularly matter as I'm only here for scouting, but yeah, I don't know if I get many shots today. Good news and bad news about 30 minutes into the scouting mission. Good news is the light's got a bit softer. The bad news is that this island behind me, which is integral to this trip because there's a nice lighthouse on the island and I wanted to find some compositions that could work for sunrise, the island is tidal. Didn't know that. I mean, look, on Google Maps it doesn't show you it's tidal. That looks like a clear bit of land. But if you walk across that, you're definitely getting wet feet and knees. And so yeah, if nothing else today, I've learnt that Llanddwyn, link in the description to what the island's called, is tidal. So yeah, basically now I've got to decide whether I spend 2 hours waiting for the tide to go out, or go and do something else. Well, clearly I need some wellies and or higher tolerance for cold water. And since I don't have either, I'm going to go back to the car and have my lunch. And then I think I'm going to head into the mountains because I can see from here there's a truckload of fresh snow. And since that's an ever-changing situation, I might as well go and photograph that because I don't know when I'll next be back in loads of snow. And then I'll come back here another time when the tide's out. I mean, I know that that's an ever-changing situation as well, but you know what I mean. So it turns out that I'm not the only one that doesn't realise that that's a tidal island. I've just been stopped by an elderly guy whose family is all currently stuck on it. A couple of hours ago he sort of told them to go ahead when they were on a walk on a beach because he was being a bit slow, and 2 hours later I've just tried to help him find them. Got the telephoto lens, could see that they were stranded on the other side. So a bit annoying for him. I mean, it's -2 degrees, but at least he knows they're safe, I guess. Right, mountains. I'm a bit against the clock, to be honest. I'm going to go to the mountains or sort of drive home via the Snowdonia mountains, and then I'm going to eat dinner with Mum and Dad and then drive back to Manchester, hopefully in time for 1 or 2 episodes of Stranger Things. I did want to stick around for Blue Hour, but it's gone really cloudy and the snow forecast for later, so I just want to get back to Manchester before that happens, because as much as I love this Yaris, it's not built for snow or rain or mountains. I need to get one of those things that you can attach your camera with in the car to the windscreen so that you can see shots of the roads and stuff, because I've just driven an hour and you didn't see any of it because I was driving. I couldn't. Also, I was thinking of loads of things to talk about in this video, but I've forgotten them, which is a shame because it would have been good for this video to last more than the 30 seconds that it's going to at this rate. But never mind. I am at... It's like a castle ruin, and in the background you might be able to see some of the snow on the mountains. We're not quite at the snowy bit that I wanted to go to yet. Well, I assume it's the snowy bit that I want to go to. It might not be. We'll see in a minute. But I've never been here before, so I thought I'd just come and have a look. I mean, I didn't realise, I've seen photos on like Flickr and stuff, but I didn't realise that these trees were so dominant, because they mean you can't really see the lake. So someone should get rid of them. Last couple of days all I've really seen is ruins of castles, not sort of... I mean, you know, they're quite old, I don't expect them to be in mint condition, but I mean, it's a bit of a mess. Also, you might have noticed I've got a new camera bag on. This is a Think Tank Retrospective 30 and I'm giving it a go for a little while. It's been a while since I've tried a dedicated photography messenger bag and I'm quite enjoying it with the Micro Four Thirds gear. I'll probably do a whole video soon on my camera bag history, which I think will be more interesting than it sounds, so I won't delve into it too much now, but if you're interested, link is in the description. Okay, I think there's time for one more location. Right, if you could just pretend you've seen sort of 5 or 10 clips of me driving down a mountain pass to bring you up to speed to where we are now, that'd be great. Yeah, I do need to get one of those suction things. But yeah, now I have a view of Snowdon, which is just there in the background. I think I might be on private property. This road does seem to be a bit private. There were no signs, it'd be fine. I do really love days like this, scouting days, where there's basically no pressure on me to take any photos. I haven't got any deadlines, there's nobody with me. I say I haven't got any deadlines, I do need to get back for Stranger Things. Apart from that, if I see compositions, I'll take a photo. If I don't, it's not the end of the world. I'm here for discovery and not creation, which is quite a nice feeling sometimes when you don't want the pressure of having to feel like you've spent your day well. And I always think if there's places you want to go and take photos, if you have the time to dedicate two visits or 2 days, whatever it might be, to it, then quite often it can pay off. This morning, for example, obviously I made a bit of a stupid mistake not doing my research properly, but times like that, if you've only dedicated 1 day to it and you rock up and either the light's not right or it's raining or the tide's in, then it can be handy to know that and go back next time when you know what you're doing. Anyway, here we are with a cracking view of Snowdon, and I think there's a nice little shot here. I mean, once again, I've got nobody with me, I've got no ready-made subjects, but there are some sheep here in the foreground. Yeah, again, I'm taking photos of sheep. But yeah, there's some sheep in the foreground, then there's a bit of a hump in the hill/mountain in the midground, and then in the background there's 2 snow-capped mountains, and I think it'll make for quite a good shot. So I've not got a tripod with me. I despise having tripods with me most of the time, so I'll probably do a video about that as well at some point, but for the time being I'll try and frame up this shot. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's not the most interesting shot I've ever seen in the world, but I think it'll do for today, given that I've got to get on the road.